Thank you for tuning into the Forefront Radio. I'm your host, Afio Levi Israel. Now, if you're interested in helping us promote our brand, please feel free to donate to our Cash App. Our Cash App is $Afiel Levi. That's APHIELLEVI. And that'll go directly to the Forefront Radio so we can produce more incredible shows for you to listen to. Now, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download this free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Thank you.
Yeah. What? Paganism. What? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Yeah. Listen, paganism, we stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. The Romans took Saturnalia and named it Christmas. That's their tradition, did Christ keep it? That ain't in scripture. How about I paint a picture? All roads lead to Babel, Babylon, them idols can't even save you. December 25th, birthday to Nimrod. Son named Tammuz, wife/mother, her name was Ishtar. Need I say more to convince y'all? Jeremiah 10:1. Same tradition, way before Christ, where they get it from. Learn not the way of the heathen, the workmen with the axe, decking trees with silver and gold. Say you do it for the kids, they still in your soul. Sitting children in Satan's lap, hungers from trees like ornaments, did you think of that? Let me take you back. A slave master asked his wife what she wants for Christmas. He said, let's take the biggest tree and have a public lynching. Tell me how we got in this position. Keeping these pagan days, you really a Christian? How about the feast days Leviticus mentions? The end's approaching, they fooled you, you didn't notice. High time, wake out of that slumber, we getting close. Yeah, the end is near. I'd rather die before I live in fear. Shalom. Paganism. Why? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Paganism. What? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Yeah. What? Screaming Black Lives Matter at the table of a pagan feast that celebrates genocide, to say the least. Father, thank you for these abominations we came to eat. Bow our heads and thank friggin' Thor. 100 million Israelites slaughtered, how we gon' win this war? A Roman calendar, Greek sports, Cowboys versus Redskins. I'm praying for my brethren on Thor's day, giving thanks to Odin for all the land that was stolen from my forefathers, yelling out black power with shackles on, reporting live straight out of Babylon. Let's throw a feast, we gotta celebrate this robbery. They all got eyes, but they blind to me. The curses of Deuteronomy, my people fit all the prophecies. Chapter 28, 31, happy Thanksgiving. No need for real change, there's so many slaves living day to day, running on the hamster wheel, FEMA camps, UN soldiers. They ain't scared to kill real life. We alive, but we dead for real. Young and heartless, numb to violence, scared to feel. We used to give them books, now we hand them pills. Princess popping sands, serve my elder that Millie Rock, come and watch him dance. Put your girl on that boy and she dropped the class. Y'all ain't low, but I got to ask, are we only giving thanks cause we forgot the past? Paganism. Why? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Paganism. We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Yeah. What?
Haiti. In 1825, Haiti paid France 21 billion.
1825, our people were still enslaved. 1804, our people were still enslaved here in America.
The Lord God, redeem us. The Lord God, redeem us. The Lord God, redeem us. The Lord God, redeem us.
Slavery, all these nations hating me. Slavery, all these nations hating me.
for the coffee and they rice and they beans. Sugar plantation and they cutting off my seams. Wicked white man, French man chasing green. Supply the whole earth and they stole it from my dreams. Words can't explain all these atrocities, but we fit the curse in Deuteronomy. The Bible talks about a hidden and lost sheep, scattered across the earth and scattered across the seas, put on slave ships and sold into enemies. Look up a history book, it's talking about me. We the chosen ones, the Bible is history. This the mystery that's hidden in prophecy. Right in the book they told us not to read. Truth coming out, the truth will set you free. Don't forget your roots, you are the chosen seed. The prophets coming nigh, the prophets is about to teach. Holy righteous kings and holy and righteous priests. Angels in the sky, they coming with Christ the King. The Lord God.
Haiti was the first free black country.
Redeem us.
Go ahead.
Haiti paid France $21 billion to preserve its independence.
So Haiti freed themselves by way of insurrection, rebellion, as Esau calls it. I call it freedom fighter, right? And they charged them. They said, you freed yourself, but now you gotta pay us.
Slavery, all these nations hating me. Slavery, all these nations hating me. Just like Noah crying loud, this right here is going down, but no water's coming down, flaming fire burning down. Hated of all nations, the saints patiently waiting. The synagogue of Satan was paying for all the slave ships. Better get up out my face quick, you racist bastards, amazing. Columbus discovered Nathan, placed us in plantations, castrated and degraded, forced us to worship Satan. We ain't taking it no more, machetes up in the basement. Spirit of Dessalines, spirit of Dutty Bookman, spirit of Levi, revolution, yeah we get 'em.
Haiti's chronic status as the Western Hemisphere's poorest nation is due to a litany of afflictions that range from widespread illiteracy to endemic corruption to woefully inadequate infrastructure.
All caused by the French. Okay, go ahead.
But while these would be hard enough for any country to overcome, for more than a century of its existence, Haiti carried an additional but little-known millstone, the effects of which are still being felt. In 1825, barely 2 decades after winning its independence against all odds, Haiti was forced to begin paying enormous reparations.
That is madness. They was forced to pay reparations for their own freedom. That's crazy. Go ahead.
To the French slaveholders it had overthrown. Those payments would have been a staggering burden for any fledgling nation. But Haiti wasn't just any fledgling nation. It was a republic formed and led by blacks who'd risen up against the institution of slavery. As such, Haiti's independence was viewed as a threat by all slave-owning countries.
Yeah.
If I war time, meditate there upon my mind. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team. Well, if I war then it is roll deep round 12 noon. Pull up then lock down street. Hit spot jump out at the 4-door Jeep. And we match black pants and boots pan feet. Let me reach for the back. Pull out the heat when I spray with the weapon and I listen them a teach. In a war time we no two trace like girl. We no take tough chat. Don't reach boy teeth. I'm a heart too cold. Man I know about mercy. Cops and marrow upon the damn concrete. Hey, all I shot that boy me no skin teeth. If you know some me grim and me come here so fi reap blood reach to the regular. Base full of lead. Can the weapon the siren go come and set the pan repeat. Man a victory dance cause the boy them get defeat. Last man standing so the mission complete. You see that war time. Meditate there upon my mind. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team in a war time. Meditate there upon my mind. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team.
Real warriors, war for the truth. You know, see, say them and then come poop. Only wisdom when them have is just a wisdom tooth. You forget the W, you just wisdom fool. You just attack, you no make sense. High password, circle the men's. DKs off with the tabernacle war. That means everything getting intense. From a war we a blast off when we start fast. Every dog we a bark off of the dogs off. Load up the ammunition then before him don't talk. Then me pull it in his face and make it fly through him heart. From a war we a blast off when we start fast. Every dog we a bark off of the dogs off. Load up the ammunition then before him don't talk. Then me pull it in his face and make it fly through him heart.
War time, for war. Meditate there upon my mind, theater. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team in a war time, for war. Meditate there upon my mind, theater. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team.
Say them a gun like the real bad man. Now them not know about the real gunman. Gotta kill man from 19 how long. Warlord me a so him a the dung gun. So that go swing pon the left and pon the right. Then I drop and I dead like fly. Blood fall like rain from sky. Both-side judgment, who won't try? Rapids can't dead, my blood not shed. God dead, take said, strong faith can't fret. One's curse, no blessed, just soldiers on vets. Cast not one bed, he don't pay debt. Yow, the general full of war tactics. Golden sword, them no come plastic. Meditate, Pantera, man, it fantastic. Man flex in a war like gymnastics.
For war time, for war. Meditate there upon my mind, theater. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team in a war time, for war. Meditate there upon my mind, theater. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team.
Man ready long time. Pretty war me walk up. Like a black, me circle them up. Every bone in them body, the saints I break up. Like Samson, heap up and eat them pile up. From a war, this a action place. 2S sword, boy life get waste. Body stand stiff, when marrow misplaced. Man up for the killing, me no have time to waste. No chasing shot to them face like liquor, like Cersei. Everybody knows me bitter. Saints I go eat them food like Snickers. Rather iron, break them to shivers. Energy, me nah beg my friend. Food violate them life I go in. They rather iron and no design for them. From a war time, me no bluff, not pretend.
For war time, for war. Meditate there upon my mind, theater. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team in a war time, for war. Meditate there upon my mind, theater. Pants press boot of his shine. Man terrible in a war time. Dream team.
You are now listening to The Forefront Radio, where we discuss history, the Bible, the history of the Israelites, science, and other matters. Bring it out. The history of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as it relates to the Bible. Who were you prior to slavery? Who were you prior to colonization? These answers and more can be seen and heard as you listen to The Forefront Radio.
Shalom, you're listening to The Forefront Radio. I'm your host, Afiel Levi Israel. At this moment, breaking news just dropped on my channel. I got a Facebook feed from a friend of mine in Colombia, and I will quote, last night in the towns of Bogota, Colombia, 30 killed, 1,000 injured, 800 detainees, 10 victims of sexual violence by military and police in Colombia of right-wing Ivan Duque. So they murder with the support of the U.S. with the operation of infamous media misinformation and silence, complicit in crimes of quote-unquote diplomacy and impunity that are composed among the people of the countries of Chile of Sebastian Pinera. So right now, gunshots are being fired in a video that I'm watching where over 1,000 people were injured, 30 people were killed. There were about 800 detainees, and this was about 13 hours ago. So right now, today's date is Wednesday, May the 5th of 2021. So 13 hours ago from my time, Central Standard Time. This is happening in Colombia. So I just want to inform those that are listening about these news so you can keep your family safe. There's a lot of misinformation and details that are not being revealed, but thank goodness for social media. These things get exposed right when they happen. So thank you for tuning in to the Forefront Radio. This is your briefly news about what's going on in Colombia, and I pray for the people of Colombia that the Most High will protect and guide them. Shalom. And other news in Bogota, it says violence in Colombia, protests escalate amid allegations of police excess. This is from the Washington Post. It says Bogota, Colombia. Hundreds of protesters had gathered in southwestern Colombia city of Cali late Monday, pushing for economic justice on the sixth day of anti-oppression demonstrations. Then Ana Maria Borgo said police suddenly opened fire, moving in on a crowd with riot shields and batons. The 43-year-old teacher said she saw blood pouring from the heads of protesters. The gunfire was indiscriminate, said Burgos, who had volunteered as a human rights observer during the protests. They beat us and threw people to the ground. I heard bullets being fired wherever I went. The protests erupted on April 28th in response to a tax proposal by the government of President Ivan Duque, and turned markedly more violent on Monday with the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights denouncing the National Police for opening fire on demonstrators in Colombia's third largest city. Colombia's Human Rights Ombudsman has identified 18 civilians and 1 police officer killed and 87 missing in the first 5 days of the protests, but has yet to release figures from Monday's rash of violence, which some in Colombia are describing as a massacre. Human Rights Watch said it had confirmed 7 deaths since the protests began April 28th, and is in the midst of verifying 18 others, including 5 in Monday in Cali. Colombian guerrillas are using... Oh, I'm sorry, that's another quote. So I just wanted to touch on that briefly. The country is facing a lot of strife and a lot of turmoil. For those that are in Colombia, I solemnly pray for you and the people there, and I pray the Most High protects you all.
Yeah. Benjavite. This how we do it. Dream team. Champagne every day. Thank God now I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team. Champagne every day. 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 Thank God now I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team. Champagne every day. Champagne every day. Champagne every day. Champagne every day. This can't be real. Oh no. This feels so real. Feels so real, yeah. So baby, don't cry no more. You endured a lot of pain before. Promise that I'll never leave you again. Cause I'll hold you down forever, you can rest assured. I'm en route, party with the fam, now I'm there, no doubt. We gon' do it bigger than we used to. Everybody stunning, yeah, we can't show out. Best dressed, came to impress. Check the drip, every ice on my chest. Ice. Make way with a VIP guest. Real Jews in the building celebrating success. Wow. Champagne every day. Thank God now I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team. Champagne every day. 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 Thank God now I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team, champagne every day, champagne every day. Champagne every day, champagne every day.
We came from the bottom, the struggle is real. Used to labor daily just so I could pay the bills. They kill us every day on the slave fields. I can't find a way to say the way I really feel. They used to squeeze till I'm gone like a spy pimple. When you knew we the gods, but you call us niggas. We was broke, we was lost, they was mocking us. He tried to stop me, now I'm rolling with the top winners. No champagne every day. True, keeping the laws, we find a better way. I was praying for a better day. Now I'm dripping with the ice and it's champagne every day. Champagne every day. True, keeping the laws, we find a better way. I was praying for a better day. Now I'm dripping with the ice and it's champagne every day.
Champagne every day. Thank God now I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team, champagne every day, champagne every day. Champagne every day, champagne every day. Champagne every day. Thank God now I'm seeing better days. Party in the hills, we gon' celebrate. Shut it down Saturday to Saturday. Dream team, champagne every day, champagne every day. Champagne every day, champagne every day. Siempre en mi mente, pensando en ti todo el día. Esperaré en poco tiempo. Puedes tener cualquier cosa si tú. Espérame, espérame. Esperaré en poco tiempo. Espérame, espérame. Esperaré en poco tiempo. Wait for me, soon I'ma come through. If you got me, then I got you. If you stand by me, then I'll stay true. And I got some blessings for you, that's way past due. You just gotta wait a little bit, you know that you don't even trip, you don't be stressing about how long it take you, yeah, that's how I know you legit, I turn that frown to a smile, like you with fashion and style, so versatile. I'ma rain blessings on you, you just gotta wait a while. Just wait a while. Estás siempre en mi mente, pensando en ti todo el día. Esperaré en poco tiempo. Puedes tener cualquier cosa si tú. Espérame, 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 espérame. Esperaré en poco tiempo. Espérame, 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 espérame. Esperaré en poco tiempo.
Merci bon Dieu papa pour tout ça que vous fait pour moi. Yo pas pour yo pas rien, yo ti moi pas rien. Yo la game dans esclavage en bas code yo te maré. Tant pour honnête sauvage yo ti yo pas besoin la game. Pendant moi sous la terre yo fait vu tant qu'on rien n'était. Yo voulait me tomber mourir au lieu que moi te sauver. Yo te préféré m'endormi avec fait des terres. Enterré 6 pieds en bas mais bon Dieu me connaît ou a peut sauver.
Estás siempre en mi mente, pensando en ti todo el día. Esperaré en poco tiempo. Puedes tener cualquier cosa si tú. Espérame, espérame. Esperaré en poco tiempo. Espérame, espérame. Esperaré poco tiempo.
Espérame sola esposa, dime por qué estás celosa. Cuando llamando a mí orando y vi si yo sé. Están invitando a ser tus amigos y traen castigo. Pero bendigo, cada vez aún prosigo. Cada palabra que yo he predicho, yo hice, incluyendo algunos de tus caprichos. Dime si realizas, siento todo lo que sientes, siempre y cuando me tenga en cuenta en mente. Sé paciente, espera.
Estás siempre en mi mente, pensando en ti todo el día. Esperaré poco tiempo. Puedes tener cualquier cosa si tú. Espérame, espérame. Esperaré poco tiempo. Espérame, espérame. Esperaré poco tiempo.
Thank you for listening to the Forefront Radio. We now have a Cash App. The link is in the description of the page here on anchor.fm, also on Spotify. We appreciate you listening in. We do have a few features that we are including now. We are selling a few products such as watches, perfumes, colognes, and other products will be available for our Israelite community as well as the general community of the population. We have a Facebook page. Just type in the Forefront Media and you'll be able to get updates of various shows that we drop when they do drop. Please do share this show if you like the show, and we do hope that you do love this show. And tune in for more episodes once we have them available. Thank you for listening to The Forefront. I'm your host, Afiel Levi Israel.